Well, hello and welcome to the Cluebird. I'm your host, R. Wayne Brown. I used to ask my kids, will your day control you or will you control your day? What's it going to be? Remember, you get no practices, no redos, and only one live take of today. Then it's done. It's in the can, so to speak, forever. The day can't be changed. So today is very important, and are you ready for it? I would ask them. I would tell them to don't let your day decide who you will be. The question was, who's in charge? I would often ask my kids, is it you or the day who is in charge? Make it you. Probably like you, I would use the breakfast table as the place where I could sense what kind of day it was going to be for my kids. Running late and behind, trying to get organized, jamming everything in their backpacks, quarreling among themselves, not liking what's for breakfast, last minute cramming for the first period math test while eating, not liking what's packed for lunch. Oh, wow. And on it would go some days. I knew it was going to be a bad day. Phew. Out the door, and I felt like I needed a visit to a psychiatrist. Other times, calm, reasonably friendly, relaxed, and they would eat anything. They would even eat the leftovers. Backpacks were loaded and set to go, fully dressed and wearing a belt and shoes with combed hair. Wow, some days it was too good to be true. I bet you felt the same way many times. I stress to my kids that, yeah, I know you're going to live to be 90 years old, and that's a lot of days. But life happens just one day at a time. Thinking about last year or next year or even tomorrow, it's only a memory or an idea. What's real is today, right now, the things you do, and the decisions you make today. This is where life happens. Consider playing golf. Whew. It's really 18 games in one. Each game requires hitting the little ball into a very small hole. Add up your strokes that it took, and hey, that's your score, or how you did. Okay, but what really mattered during that 18-hole game was each stroke. And sometimes with me, it was often more than 100. But anyway, those strokes were my moments of truth. Everything else that day didn't matter. Life's the same way. I would tell my kids that today is the real deal. And each moment either adds to or subtracts from their life score. Golfers get better with practice. Hours and hours of hard work practicing so they can improve their performance. Life's the same. A successful life is all about developing self-mastery and self-leadership. The more we practice self-leadership, the more we improve our performance in life. I would tell them, with each day being very important, employ self-leadership and plan each day because your daily to-do list does a lot for you. Start off each day with, hey, be grateful at the top of the list and start each day feeling blessed, gifted, and thankful for your blessings, loved ones, and good health. Next, plan each day with two very distinct lists to accomplish. One list is what we have to do starting out with the hardest things first. Get them over with. The other list is what we want to do only after the first list is done. Phew. That allows us to experience both a productive and enjoyable day, creating a well-balanced life, a life led by self-leadership. So I taught my kids to be in charge of themselves and set the tone, predicting their lives with their lists, one day at a time. I often told them, don't let life run or ruin you. Run yourself with self-leadership. And it boils down to Either life leading you or you leading yourself with a plan, predicting your life. I also taught them to be flexible while setting the tone. You can get sick. The meeting got canceled. And the game's postponed, and on and on. I told them to remember you are better off with a plan when things get changed than with no plan at all. Set the tone with flexibility. Anticipate changes. You simply regroup, prepare a new to-do list, and show up again tomorrow upbeat and ready as always. I've often heard the phrase, flexibility is the key to air power. And that's true. And the key for many other things as well. Flexibility is the lubricant of life, so make it part of your planning to set the proper tone. Finally, I always stress that a great attitude is an important part setting the tone. That self-leaders are planners for the events of the day by always anticipating changes. That makes them prepared for just about anything, which also keeps them calm and in the game when things go the wrong way, so to speak. They keep their great attitude and don't blow up when things go awry. Teaching my kids to set the tone for the day proved to be very helpful to them becoming the victors they are. I stress that they start each day making their beds and cleaning their rooms, as that seemed to help them set the tone for their day some way. Next, with gratitude in their hearts, out the door with both lists in hand and a great attitude, conquering yet another day on their terms. Setting the tone for the day might be something useful to teach your kids as well. It worked for mine, and it could also be a blessing to yours. I want to thank you for tuning in today, and as always, I hope you got something useful out of our discussion. If so, be sure to subscribe and get your copy of The Clue Bird now on Amazon. Hot tip. Until our next visit, I would like for you to consider what own the outcome might mean to you, and be sure to be nice to your Clue Bird.